What's good? Welcome back to another edition of Dat Talk Podcast. I go by the name of Bacon. I got my co-host with me.
Baby, we here. Laker reasons, man. You know, man. You see this smile, this glowing smile, man. Them dudes out there finally doing what I've asked. But look, Frank Vogel is still a bad coach. I'm not moving. Okay, I got to be consistent. I'm proud of the team, but Frank Vogel coaching is still weird to me.
Why is he still a bad coach? Like a reason?
Because again, I feel like the rotation still don't make no damn sense. Like it don't. And then I feel like Dion Waiters needs to get some burn. The man came in, right?
Right.
No, yeah, he played it because we was blowing him out. But when the man came in, he did a little dribble move, went around the pick and roll, got some space, split cat. That's what Dion does. Let the man get into a rhythm, man. I'm cheering for Dion Waiters to play. I am campaigning for Dion Waiters to get more burn. That's all. I
hear that. I feel like if I'm the coach, I don't want to mess up what we got going right now. That's what I got something going right now with the rotation. And when you start getting people more and more minutes, it takes away from the repetition and the chemistry other people got. But I get it. He can definitely play a little bit more minutes than what he's playing. But we'll see. We'll get into that in just a few. But on to some real serious news, man. It saddens my heart that we have to talk about this yet again, of another police shooting in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Brother by the name of Jacob Blake was paralyzed after getting shot 7 times in the back, trying to leave a fight that he broke up. 2 women was fighting. He broke up the fight. He was trying to leave, and the police officer was trying to retain him for some reason. I don't know. I don't have all the details. And his kids was in the car, and I guess the police officer thought it was necessary to shoot a man 7 times in the back. And now my brother Jacob Blake is paralyzed as we speak. And it's just sad. It's very sickening and sad to constantly keep hearing this news like this. How you feel about all of this, like the reasons?
It's just tiresome, man. Like it's tiresome that we got to continue to defend why we shouldn't be shot. Like, just listen to that. We have to defend why we shouldn't be shot. And again, they're going to paint the narrative of he should have just listened. They got the guns out. He should have just followed command or followed orders. He shouldn't have walked to the car. So now when he walks around the car, he opens the door. Oh my God, I'm fearing for my life. When you sign up to be an officer, you are going to, that comes with the territory. But everything don't require you to shoot, bro. It don't. Everything don't require you to shoot. Do I think he should have walked around to his car when they got his guns out? No, I don't think. Just because of the times, I don't think that was a logical decision. But the man shouldn't have been shot for making an irrational decision. I don't think he deserves that. Do something. Tasing, grabbing. I don't know. I don't know. A fire warning, shoot the tire or something to let him know, like, hey, we're not playing. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But I do know for sure this man did not deserve to be shot 7 times in his back. Because here's the thing. Today, I'm browsing Twitter, and I see that a white dude with an assault rifle lets off during the protest of this situation. And not only does he let off, he kills 2 people and walks right past 4 police cop cars. Walks right past them. They're sitting there saying somebody's down, and he is walking right past them as they're driving the other way. And this man has an assault rifle. I'm just trying to figure out, when did assault rifles be legal to carry just on a daily basis? What the hell you got an assault rifle for a protest? So it's just a sickening situation. It's just very sickening. And then on top of that, Breonna Taylor's prosecutors or people who killed her still ain't arrested. And there's just, like Doc Rivers said, all we want is for everyone to be held to the same constitution that we're held to. And that's what's not happening.
Big facts. Doc Rivers was very emotional after the press conference, man. And I definitely can understand where people were coming from, especially like us, Black people coming from, because it comes to a point where enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. I don't know how many times we got to keep talking about the same thing. Like we're constantly saying police brutality, why they keep killing us, why they keep shooting us. Regardless if the man get in the car or not, you fear for his life. He didn't have a gun. There was no gun in sight, no gun in the vehicle. All right, you could have shot the tire, shot up in the air. I would say shoot the tire if anything. But you ain't gotta shoot a man 7 times. Okay, you shoot a warning shot. Shoot him in the leg if anything, but you shoot a man in the back 7 times. Imagine if one of those bullets went through that man's body and hit one of his childs in the car that was in the vehicle. Imagine that. I don't understand what some of those police officers are thinking. I don't know what their mindset is. I don't know what logic comes to play to make them feel like this is the necessary thing to do. Or is it just impulse? You're just acting on impulse and you're just acting on rage and quote unquote fake fear because there's nothing to be afraid of if the man is walking away from you. You're escalating the issue because you're walking toward the problem. So I don't know how you feel, quote unquote, fear for your life if you're walking towards the issue. If I'm looking for my life, I walk the other way. I'm de-escalating the situation. I'm leaving the situation. All right, the man, let him go. All right, we can get him another day. We got his information. We got his license plate. If we got to find him, if it's something that's a search warrant or whatever, then we can get him some other time. But killing or trying to kill him, man, grace of God, he's still alive. But that man tried to murder him.
Yeah, I told the wife this morning. I said we got to really move. I mean, not even move, but think about this. This man basically, in all intents and purposes, should have died because 7 shots to the back, not a lot of people come back from that. People die from 1 shot to the thigh, i.e. Sean Taylor. It only 1 shot, 7 shots, the man could have died.
Right.
So now this man has to live with the trauma, just like if he was an Army vet, of that PTSD of living with the trauma of, I survived this, and now I'm paralyzed for something I didn't do nothing wrong. So imagine the mental trauma that this man is about to have to go deal with for the rest of his life.
Right.
You feel me? We looking at like, yeah, there's another person that been shot because everybody else has died. So there is no more mental trauma. That's basically it. This man's gonna have to figure out and go through this mental trauma of trying to go through this. He is never mentally gonna be right from this. He is never physically gonna be right from this. And the sad part is we know nothing is going to happen.
Right.
Nothing. Nothing's going to happen. That's what the problem is. Nothing is going to happen. There's not going to be no push for nothing. These silly ass police unions is going to stand by their guys because of we're the police union, and no one continues to realize that. I seen the thing about his sister. At the end of the day, we're human. Forget color. We're human, and you should not be treating humans like this.
Right.
Like, forget a color. The human part of it is crazy. And man, they don't give a damn. They don't. The people in power, Ryan Clark said it, my boy T. Rose said it. The people in power are not going to change because if you take away their power, it becomes non-beneficial for them. And why would I give up whatever benefits me?
That's true. That's true, man. It's just sad. It's sickening to see, man. Like it takes the energy out of you every time you see something like this because it's like it's becoming a norm. It is a norm at the end of the day. It's a norm that we got to deal with. It's the conversations. And what struck me again is when they was on TNT and Charles Barkley, Kenny, and Shaq, and Charles asked everybody the question, have you ever had to have the talk about watching out for the police? And most of the people who wasn't of color and wasn't black, they said no. We talked about the birds and the bees. We having different conversations nowadays. We ain't really talking about birds and bees like that. We talking about, hey, if you around this area, no, you can't be doing this. Don't be doing that. Hey, whenever I get pulled over, I can even speak on my point of view when I've been pulled over for no reason at times. I literally just keep my hands on the steering wheel. Yes, sir. No, sir. And it sucks that I got to be like that. But my thing is I want to get home. I want to make it home safe because I know any subtle movement, if they tell me to get my license registration, I'll say, sir, I'm about to go in my glove department. Is it okay if I move my hands? I'll leave one hand here and I'll put my hand here. I have to definitely instruct the dude and let the dude know. And not everybody has to do that. Certain ethnic groups can talk crazy to a police officer and they won't do a damn thing about it. But us, I got to do yes, sir, ma'am, all this nonsense for something I didn't do. I'm driving while black because I didn't speed. I got my license. I've never been to jail. I've never committed a crime in that degree. You know what I'm saying? I may have stole some Kool-Aid, okay, when I was a little kid when I ain't know no better. That's a different story. But I'm saying I've never committed a serious crime to that degree. And so for me to have to constantly worry about whenever I see a cop get behind me, bro, I always get frightened. I ain't going to hold you. I'll be like, man, I know I ain't doing nothing wrong. And I know when somebody trying to pull me over because they drive behind you and they running my license plate and they trying to find something. And if they don't find nothing, then they zoom right on the side and look at my window and all that other stuff. But I've been through it so many times, man, and it sucks. It really does sucks. And it's tiresome, man. It's tiresome that we got to constantly keep dealing with this. And it's no disrespect to any other ethnic groups that deal with this stuff, but we're always in the news about it. You rarely hear about a Latina, Latino, an Asian man, or an Indian man getting killed by the police. It's always
You want to know why? Because it happens so frequently that now anytime there's an altercation, we are in record mode. Like somebody is recording. It don't happen enough to other people to where people are like, well, let me just bring up my phone. Because when they bring out because they feel like the situation's gonna get de-escalated the proper way.
Right.
It's just with black people where it's just like, we know the de-escalation not about to happen the right way. So we gotta bring out our phones so this can be caught, because obviously the police gonna tell their story from whether it's body cams or them fearing for their lives, but the fact is still going to be the fact of what is being witnessed and watched from somebody else recording all that. You feel me? And it's just one of those situations. The comedian King Kieran, he's on Instagram. A couple of weeks ago, he had posted a story when he got pulled over. He was like, a white woman saw that he got pulled over, pulled kind of like right to the side of the situation, and recorded the whole 15-minute ordeal to make sure that things went right. And he was just like, there are people who are on our side about it. But again, just think about it. That white woman had stopped to record it because she feared for his life. Right. People are not recording no more when it comes to blacks and police officers just because it's something cool to do. They're doing it out of fear. Right. Why should people fear the police? Why are we fearing the police, and half the time ain't nobody committing a crime to where it needs to be feared? But again, the white dude showed up. He's from Illinois, in Wisconsin, with an assault rifle, walking down the street, walking to the police, and not at one point did they come out, draw their guns out, and tell him to get down. He walks right past them. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's real talk. But let's move on to the Boston Celtics and the Toronto Raptors talking about boycotting their game. How do you feel about them boycotting the game? Do you think that's the right move to do, is boycott the game, or do you think it should be different options they can take?
First, I understand the why behind boycotting. I get it. I understand the why, so I'm not going to sit there and be like, I get the why. I don't think it solves nothing because, like, it's not solving nothing. I know, talking to some of my homeboys and having these conversations, and I know the point is like, we're no longer about to become your entertainment piece for the quote-unquote racist people that exist.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like racism is not necessarily going to go nowhere, but police brutality is something that's just going to continue to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, so I think it's not going to necessarily solve that issue because there's too many different departments and different pockets of police officers to where they're not going to give a damn. They're like, okay, y'all not playing, and I'll go shoot another black person. And so what? What y'all going to do? You feel me? So unless this is going to start pushing to where the NBA and other owners of the NBA and NFL and all the people that are making money are going to start going to these police departments and saying, hey, look, y'all are messing up our bottom line with y'all foolery, then we may have a change. But if the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, the MLB, the MLS, the WNBA, unless they start going and saying y'all are affecting our bottom line, it's got to change, then I don't see nothing change. I mean, I don't see why boycotting is not going to fix the issue.
No, I get what you're saying. Here's my thing. If you're going to boycott and sit out the game, I get the purpose of why you're doing it, and I definitely respect them for wanting to say, hey,
Yes.
it's time to do something, god dang it. It's time to put up or shut up. But here's the thing. If you're going to boycott the playoffs. Don't boycott one game. If you don't play one game, it's not going to determine, oh, we're going to change something tomorrow. No. Boycotting one game doesn't really have a huge impact on the game. You have to say, we're not playing until those officers are reprehended and they're arrested. The man who shot that dude 7 times, the people who killed Breonna Taylor while she was asleep, we ain't playing another game until these people are reprehended and they're charged, or at least in custody or something. We ain't playing another game, because if you don't play tomorrow, if you don't play one game, it doesn't mean that they ain't they're gonna stop doing what they're doing. You have to, in my opinion, the only way to really impact change is to be like, I'm not playing no more games until we see a change out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's giving up something, because now Adam Silver is going to have to be like, hey, man, oh, damn. He's going to have to make some calls.
Exactly.
Other people to make some calls and be like, look, man, look, you know what I'm saying? We help fund a lot of y'all stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so if y'all not going to help us out, then y'all going to lose some of that funding. We're going to have to figure something out. Maybe voting on defunding the police or police whatever the case may be, whatever the outcome may be, that is really going to invoke change. But sitting out one game, I get the gesture. I really get the gesture, but it doesn't have a significant impact, because, again, they're going to be like, all right, you're going to play tomorrow. Okay? Like, you know, somebody who got hatred in their heart, they're going to be like, who cares?
You know? That's my point.
You're going to play.
Who cares? And the other thing is I feel like it needs to be the Milwaukee Bucks should have been the one saying we possibly boycott, because it happened in Wisconsin, right, not too far from Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And you feel me? Like I saw the Detroit Lions didn't practice yesterday because they wanted to stand for something. But think about this, right? If people don't know, the Green Bay Packers are ran by the people. They don't have real ownership. They're ran by the people. But the Green Bay Packers decided to continue to practice. There's yet to be a statement come out of Green Bay's organization. There's yet to be a statement that come from the Bucks organization. There's yet to be a statement that comes. They said something?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't heard nothing from the Milwaukee Brewers. Have you?
No, I haven't.
There are teams in Wisconsin who can say something, but aren't saying anything. That's a troubling thing to me, because it's like they're starting to normalize it. Like, well, damn, another cop doing another shooting. You feel me? When are y'all gonna walk down and apply pressure? The owners, the GMs, go say something. Make it apparent. You feel me? That's what has to start. That has to start being the thing that in these cities where these things are happening that they're associated with some of these franchises that have money, that have power, they have to be the ones that start doing things. No, the police can no longer work for our games no more. That whole county can't work for us. We are hiring outside people to come do security for our game. That's money being taken away, like you said.
Right.
You got to start doing stuff like that. Otherwise, they're not going to care. They're not.
You gotta impact the bottom line, which is the money.
Yes.
Money make change. If you taking away the money, you know what I'm saying, then it's going to invoke change. If they don't feel like their financial status is being impacted at all, you're not going to have these people make comments. You're not going to have these people make statements. You're not going to have people do the things that you think they're supposed to do, because at the end of the day, mind, they're like, hey, it's not impacting us. But once you start impacting us, then we're going to say something. That's how people think. It's all about the money, the big dollar sign. And sometimes we forget about being human beings. Sometimes we forget about right and wrong. And I wouldn't even say we forget. I just think we ignore. I just think we ignore what's right, what's wrong, what we should do and what we ain't going to do based off if it's going to impact our financial status. And that's the biggest issue. And until we able to impact the financial burdens for people and make financial issues happen or rise in their organizations, then it's going to be the same thing. They're not going to say nothing. What they'll do is they'll jump on a bandwagon after everybody. Oh, well, damn, if Detroit doing it, Chicago doing it, Miami doing it, I guess we got to do it.
Yeah, no, man.
We got to do it too. Let's put out a statement so we know the people don't think, because when people start saying we ain't buying no tickets, we ain't supporting the Green Bay Packers, we lose money.
Yeah, because you want to know why they not saying that? Because ain't no fans in the stands. So they like, well, we ain't getting no money anyway, so it ain't our problem.
But they haven't said ain't no fans in the stands. They haven't ruled out fans coming to the games.
Oh, in Green Bay, at least?
I mean, in general, they've been talking about possibly having fans.
It's been different teams. So, like, the Cowboys are saying they're going to have fans in the stands. But that's real ironic that Jerry Jones talking about fans in the stands, but it's still pro-kneeling for the anthem. They'll figure out a way. Because, Jerry Jones said, I'm going to talk to Dontario Poe and figure out the best solution. If I'm a black player on the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones is getting hit with this situation. We're going to do it our way or we won't play.
That's what I'm saying. You got to give up something. You got to.
Willing
to do that, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But he can't fire everybody because he can't replace everybody with the people that you're firing. So his product is going to.
You would probably make an example out of somebody.
Yeah, but you can't make an example. You can make an example if think about it. If every black player on the Cowboys decides that if you won't allow us to do it the way we want to, then we won't play. So how you gonna make it? You gonna make an example out of all 40 of them, possibly? Then what?
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. You definitely got a point. But see, this was the thing, and this is how they get you. This is how people get you. When you under the control of somebody else, this is how they get you. They feel like you won a small win, right, by doing what you want to do for the national anthem. But when it comes to contract signings, when it comes to new negotiations, they get you that way.
Remember,
I let you do what you wanted to do when all this other stuff was happening. So you should be okay with me taking 20% or maybe 30% out your contract number or not giving you a bonus. You maybe you wasn't playing to our expectations, so we ain't going to give you that bonus that we gave you last time. And they'll use the play of how you played in your stats to incorporate a contract that best fit them. So it's not listen, it's a lose-lose at the end of the day until you are in control of your situation. It's always a lose-lose, and sometimes you're not even in control of that because God works in mysterious ways. You feel like you got everything working, and then boom, he'll take it away just like that. So you just got to do the best you can, to live the best way you can, to love everyone the best way you can, and to try to learn and support each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all white people are racist. I'm not going to say that. I know some down-to-earth cool white people. I know down-to-earth Latino, Mexican people, whatever the case may be, whatever your race is. I know there's some cool people. I know there's some shady black people out there who don't give a damn about us. You know what I'm saying? Who don't care about us, who care more about other ethnicities than they don't care about their own kind, who don't even identify as black. I'm not saying you wrong for that. But I'm not just going to say every black person is down for the cause and they down for trying to help support us and trying to make things better. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? But that's that's here nor there. We'll see how things play out with the Boston Celtics, and we just see how things play out in general. Hopefully something happens. We know how this usually goes. Nothing ends up happening, and we go about our day. And we protest, and still no change, or whatever the case may be. But let's talk about our Los Angeles Lakers and taking a 3-1 lead, and Dame Lillard possibly, if the Portland Trailblazers don't win tonight, being out. This may be it for Portland with him being out for Game 5. Do you think the Portland Trailblazers got a chance, or do you think Lakers are going to close out tonight?
Lakers need to close out tonight. Just get it over with. Get it over with, man. This is one of them situations where you see a wounded animal. You feel me? Just go ahead and get rid of the animal. Ain't no reason to let the animal sit there and just suffer and build up hope to eventually do what you was gonna do anyway. So just go ahead and get rid of the wounded animal. It's been a good run. I said before this, Lakers in 5, and my Lakers in 5 is looking good. And then with them not having Dame, I don't want the Lakers to treat it how the Clippers treated Dallas with them not having Porzingis. You feel me? Because you got to think about it. The Clippers was up 21 that game. Then just took their whole foot off the gas. I don't need the Lakers to do that. You feel me? I need them to walk into tonight's game with that same intensity they walked into Monday's game. You feel me? Because they owed Portland. A lot of people don't remember, Portland was the first game after Kobe's passing.
Yeah.
And Dame went for 48 in LA. Then on Monday, the remembrance of Kobe on Mamba Day, you saw a whole different emotionally good investor Lakers. Because I feel like they was emotionally checked out when it came to that game.
Yeah.
But I feel like this was the emotionally invested good Lakers. And that's what they need to do. They got to carry that momentum from Monday and get rid of these dudes tonight so they can get the rest and not really give the Blazers any hope.
I think they should get rid of them tonight, finish the game, get it out the way so they can get some rest, get people healthy, get people back. But we'll find out, man. I'm sorry to hear about Dame Lillard, man. You know what I'm saying? It's tough when you plan these playoff games, 10 to 15. I think they play, 12 now? 12 consecutive playoff games, possibly.
Basically, yeah.
You know
it'll be 12.
12. Because this is 5. So they played 4 already, and they already played 8. So they played 12 playoff games, and to put your body through that and to have a free – it didn't even look like something crazy. It was just a pull-up, and then your leg go one way because you got a sprained knee right now. I don't like to see, people win that way, but you can't do nothing about it. Injuries happen. I wish Dame nothing but the best. I hope he gets better. That man put the world on notice that he is an elite player. He still got some things he definitely got to work on, and I think Portland still got some things they definitely got to improve on. But they're definitely going to be a solid team moving forward. Hopefully, if they can get everybody to play together and be healthy or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. No Rodney Hood, no Trevor Ariza, no Zach Collins. That's a lot to overcome, man. And they're still a dangerous team.
Right.
Not having all that, still a very dangerous team. So they'll be fine, man. Portland, if everybody healthy, Portland's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, and they'll be right back in the thick of things. Like I told people, Dame and them playing 40-plus minutes for 12 straight games at the intensity that they had to play at is not healthy for the body, especially after a 4-month layoff. People told me like, no, man, the layoff, no. It's not the layoff allowed your body to rest, but your body getting ramped up is a whole nother process in itself. No professional athlete basically chills for 4 months. It don't happen. Even football being as long as the off season is, football season ends for most teams in January. By April, which is a 4-month thing, they're in OTAs gearing the body up. Then they go into mini camp, and then they're into training camp, and then that's how it goes.
Yeah.
The NBA went from nothing to a training camp to playing games.
Mm-hmm.
And the Blazers are fighting for their lives.
Right.
That's not good on the body. It's not.
Definitely.
So.
But moving on to the Clippers, man. Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks have some injury issues, and they chose to sit out Porzingis, and they got ran. I ain't going to hold you. They got ran. You know how it is when somebody's running extra laps and they not tired, and it was just, man, everybody was scoring crazy. PG is back. He even said it. He was fighting demons. He was in a dark place, but he's back, and he put up a great performance, and it was able to beat the Dallas Mavericks by damn near 40 points. I mean, Luka, it's tough, man, to ask Luka to do what he did, you know, again, to hit a game winner and keep that game close. It's tough for somebody to do when your number 2 player ain't there. And for Dallas, in my opinion, to choose to sit Porzingis out, I think that was a bad move, and I think that's going to be the reason that gets them put out of the playoffs. I think Porzingis probably, I don't know how bad his injury is, so let me just go on records and say that. I think he should have played yesterday, try to get the win, sit out Game 6, get a couple more days to rest, then play in Game 7 and all in be-all. Because now you're going to have to play a back-to-back. You're going to have to play in Game 6. Hopefully y'all can win that game. And then you got to play in Game 7. There's no rest. There's no rest for you, bro. So I would have took that Game 5, gave us a chance, and if it seemed like we didn't have a chance to win that game, sit them out early. Sit them out. If it seemed like it was going to get out of the hand early, sit them out then, and then come back Game 6. But now you're at a disadvantage. You're at a disadvantage. Shout out to Luka. Luka is the truth, but he just don't have enough to beat the Los Angeles Clippers right now, because he's going to have the whole Dallas Mavericks is going to have to play extremely well for them to even have a shot. You know what I'm saying? And Luka's got to put on a heroic performance to drop 40 or 50 just for them to have a chance to be in contention in that game.
Yeah, that situation is tough, especially with KP. I feel like a wounded KP is better than a no KP because they have to still respect his shooting ability. They have to still, because you got to think about it. Who is he going to be guarding to where he has to worry about doing a lot? He's mainly a pick and pop guy. It's not like he's battling and doing things. The Clippers aren't a high volume pick and roll team outside of Lou Will and Trez. It's a lot of one-on-one basketball. Kawhi getting to the mid-range, PG, and they kicking and moving. But they rely more on their defense to be able to play in transition and then get it rolling. And so I feel like he should have played. Again, we don't know the necessarily severity of the injury, so we can't speculate like, oh, it's not that bad, because it could be. But they telling us it's knee soreness. So I feel like knee soreness, I've had 2 ACL tears, 2 surgeries. I battle knee soreness, and I go play pickup with knee soreness. Just figure it out. If I really want to play, I'll go play. So y'all have to me, you got to give a little bit more in depth than, like, is it a possible tear? Is it a sprain? Because soreness just sound like, look, bro, some Tylenol, some Vicodin, some ice, some icy hot, a sleeve, and get your ass out there. Right. That's what I hear in these soreness. You feel me? Now, if it's like maybe it's a possible meniscus tear, which is causing these soreness, and it's messing with stability, then it's like, hey, all right, I get it.
Facts.
But it's soreness. That's what they're telling us. So based on what they're telling us, you should be able to play through knee soreness.
Right. That's true. Well,
Kobe would have played.
We know Kobe.
I think LeBron plays through that. To me, I can go on a litany of superstar people who will play through that. Just me. I think I can name a lot of superstars right now in the league that play.
Only an all-star. So
yeah, but that's when you trying to go there. Luka playing with a bum ankle.
That's why he's trying to be getting up into the superstar, top 5 probably. You know what I'm saying? But moving right along, man. Hey, man, it's looking like I'm probably going to have to eat a 20-piece because my Nuggets ain't looking like Nuggets. They did win game 5, the game that they almost lost because they was down 15 in the third quarter. But my man, Jay Murray, a.k.a. I got to be in a hurry because I don't want to go home early. You feel me? Because he said it. He said he was packing. He was packing his bag, and he called his boy and said, dog, I don't want to go home yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go home yet. Let's stay another day. And he played like that, and he put his team on his back. Man, he had one move. They tried to double him. I swear it was crazy. He came off the double, hit him with the heave, then he hit him with the spinneroo gently, and he looked at the rim at the same time, man. Oh, man, Murray is the truth, man, and he's putting the world on notice that he's going to possibly be a next upcoming superstar in the NBA, man. He still got some things to grow and learn, but the man can shoot, the man can dribble, he's getting better on the defensive end, and he can hoop, man. The man can hoop, and he can hit you from multiple ways. I still think the Nuggets can pull it out and go game 7. D. McShake is playing crazy. I'm just happy that they didn't win last night, okay? So I got it all wrong. I had them getting swept, so I'm giving much respect to Utah, much respect to D. McShake. I told everybody he is a number 1 guy. People didn't believe me. He can lead a team. He just got to close out. I don't want him to close out because then I got to eat a 20-piece.
Yeah, hey, look, so just speaking on Jamal Murray, he hit a couple of shots, right? He going. And then they switched from Mitchell to Royce O'Neal. And they went full flat. Like, clear out. It is the most disrespectful thing you can do is dribble the ball down the court and do this. Because that right there is letting you know that the guy guarding me, I don't see him. Like, that's what that is.
Right.
Like, so to me, here's again, I'm all about coaching. There is no way that once this man got to cooking, he wouldn't see in a double team. He'd have got doubled as soon as the ball came in. You're no longer scoring. But coaches get so hard-headed in, he got the guard. Bruh, are you trying to win or no?
Right.
Because once the game is tied and he's hit a couple of buckets, he won't be the one to win the game.
Right.
It wouldn't have been Murray. It'd have been Grant, Porter, Jokic, Mill. It'd have been anybody else not named Murray. So that's bad coaching. But Murray went into his bag, and then he started yelling, "They can't guard me." And once that becomes so personal. I wish another grown man would tell me I can't guard. All right, man. You're not scoring. We gonna be out here about to fight before I'll let you sit there and say I can't guard you. What? I'm a grown man that's getting paid on the 1st and the 15th.
Right.
I can't guard you. So the 4-for-4 Nuggets finally looked like a 6-piece. They look like a 6-piece.
6-piece. I'm gonna give them the 6-piece. They ain't 10-piece, and they sure hell ain't 20.
They ain't 20. Yeah, they.
All right, but if they can win it, hey, they gonna be 20 pieces again.
You feel me? So look, they working their way back. So they were the 4-for-4 Nuggets. With that win, they're at the 6-piece. They win again, they become a 10-piece. If they win it, game 7, they're a full 20-piece Nuggets like you predict.
Yes, man.
So you good right now.
But we'll see, man. We'll see. It's been a great series. I didn't think that series was going to be close, but I've been enjoying watching these two young bucks play, and they've been playing hard, man. And so shout out to the Utah Jazz and the Denver Nuggets, man. We almost getting close to the end, but we definitely got to talk about Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks and Orlando Magic. Is it over? Is it over for Magic?
1, 2, 3, Orlando for them because they just going home.
You mean 1, 2, 3 South Beach?
No, they ain't even got to go to South Beach.
Oh, they Orlando.
They just going home.
Okay.
They get to drive home and just a lot of people got nice houses in Orlando, so they don't need a team bus, a team trip. They just go home. They
go home. I think this is it for Orlando. I think they tried. They got one game. So if anything, they did similar without Gordon too. And so I definitely got to be mindful of that. They don't have one of their best players on the floor or two of their best players on the floor. And they still was able to get one game. So shout out to them. But we got to talk about this Houston Rockets and your OKC Thunder. I ain't going to hold you. This series, low key, no cap, could have easily been a sweep. But I think with Houston mishaps, bad possessions, bad playing in the last seconds has cost them 2 straight games back to back. Now we have a series. This series, I believe, will go in 7. I think it's going to go to 7 games. I think that Houston may win tonight. Thunder may get game 6, and then game 7 will be, I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know who you're going to – I don't know. I swear I thought this was going to be a sweep the way it was looking. Game 3, they should have won. In game 4, they had a great chance to win. And James Harden, I don't know. I don't know.
Live by the 3, die. So they came out and took a 15-point lead in the third quarter shooting threes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they end up finishing the rest of the game 5 for 26.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
So when you shoot threes usually mean long rebounds. Long rebounds usually mean transition. So the Thunder got to play in transition because the Rockets are missing. So the Thunder going down there scoring. Then the Rockets have to come play against a set defense, and they continue to miss against a set defense. It just works. Like, when you give up a lead the way the Rockets play, the lead goes by a lot faster than a more traditional team that can play inside out, take some time off the clock. You feel me? Especially like in the third quarter. When you got a big lead in the first and second quarter, it's a lot of time. In the third quarter, that time window's getting a little – second half, the time window's getting a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a very interesting situation. Chris Paul is doing Chris Paul-like things and being the leader that he is. So it's good to see that Chris Paul leading these young guys and giving them confidence. The Thunder small ball lineup looking pretty good.
Yes.
Dallo, Dort, Schroeder, SGA, and Chris Paul looking real good. Now, supposedly Westbrook is questionable for tonight. I'm just curious to see if he's going to have the explosion that he normally has because he's not a catch-and-shoot guy. He's a guy that requires to have the ball and a guy that has to print tempo. And when you got a quad injury,
that's tough.
So if Westbrook can't be Westbrook, then I don't necessarily know how much he helps the Rockets.
Yeah. I don't know. That series is looking really, really good. Schroeder McDuder is a scorer, and he was one of the focal points in game 4. I just don't know what's going to happen. That series is so up in the air. I don't know because you be like, damn, the Rockets about to blow this way. Then you be like, dang, it's like they losing. And then you're like, man, they got another chance. Oh. But I know one thing. James Harden has got to work on his decision-making down in the clutch situations. He has made some horrible decisions 2 games back-to-back. 2 games back-to-back. And so I really believe he has to improve with his decision-making. He turned the ball over when he had a chance to take another lead or go up 3, and he didn't. They got a steal, end up going down. And then the Rockets end up being down 3. Tucker missed the 3 for the tie, and then that's the ball game.
Let me, because I know the coaching part of this, right? So this happened in the Kawhi. This happened in the game 4 of the Maverick series, and it's happening around. I need to address this because I was going to do a tunnel vision series on it, but it'd be hard to find the clips of it to do it the way I want to. So I'm going to address it. There's no reason to leave a 3-point shooter when that's what is required for them to either take the lead or tie the game. For example, Kawhi drives to the bucket. The Mavericks are up 2. If they shoot the 3, you're down 1. If he hits the layup, you're tied up. What did they do? He goes, he's a contested 2. Keebler helps, kicks to the corner. Morris knocks down a 3. Thunder. James Harden is driving. Y'all are up 3. If he kicks it up for a 3, it ties it up. If he gets a layup, you're up 1. He goes to the cup. Gallinari helps off of Tucker. What does James do? Kicks it. Tucker misses the 3, right? But that corner shot is normally money. Why do people continue to help off the 3 in that situation when it can hurt you? Even if it's a tie game. It's a tie game. If he hits a contested 2, you're down 2. If he kicks it off with somebody that's wide open for a 3,
up 1.
You're up. And I'm just saying if it's a tie, like say it's 100-100, and he's going up for a layup, the easier bucket to try to get is a 2 rather than a 3. It's still an easier bucket. So if he goes to the cup and you contest the 2, right? Or he's about to contest it and you help off a 3, now you're down 3. Now you're forced to do what? Hit a 3-point shot versus trying to get a layup, a dunk, or anything else, or possibly a 3 for you to win. So I am starting to get real frustrated with people leaving shooters to help on the 2.
It's the 2K syndrome. That's what it is. It's the 2K syndrome. The OD helping on the defense. That's what it is. Every time you drive, they always leave they do, no matter what. They don't pay attention to the score. They don't pay. They just, hold up. Get it out there. Do either make the 3, hit the 3. That's the 2K defense, man. And people, they playing 2K. A lot of these basketball players playing 2K, and they getting these bad habits because in the game, I don't understand why you want to give up a 3, like you said, instead of just, hey, it's a 2-point. We got an easier chance of getting a 2 than scoring a 3-pointer. You get what I'm saying? And so I don't know with that series. I still think Houston could pull it out. I just don't know what Houston going to show up. Shout out to OKC for making it a series again, but they did get some help from Houston. It always starts with momentum. And I always say, I told you against the Lakers in the Portland game, I said they're up 2-1. They have to take the lead. They got to dominate. And that's what the Lakers did. They dominated game 4, and they took they took a lead, and they took control, I should say, of the series. Houston didn't do that. They messed up in game 3 when they had that game to go up 3-0. It's a different OKC team that comes out when you down 3-0 than you're down 2-1. Now they got to come with so much more confidence because it's 2-2 and it's pretty much 0-0. So now you lost all the momentum in the world, and now you're going to have to play excellent basketball because now your teammates is going to be like, damn, bro, we could easily been up 3-0 and been done with the series. But now we got to play even harder. And on top of that, the Lakers are looking really good. And we got to try to get it done because if they win tonight, they're going to get rest. And we got to play another game. So now you're playing with the pressure on trying to finish earlier, trying to get rest to play against a tougher team with the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's going to be really, really tough for whoever, but mostly Houston because they had this series in control and they let it slip away. And that may be the defining factor. They could have won this series. They still got a chance to win the series. I just don't know if they're going to win the series. Now, before we get up out of here, man, we got some firings. We got some people that have been eliminated from the playoffs. So who is on the new team, aka 1, 2, 3 South Beach? Who's going home this week?
We're sending Indiana Pacers to South Beach. And with sending the Pacers to South Beach, Nate McMillan has been fired.
Yes.
So his South Beach trip won't be with the team. He can't go with the team to South Beach.
You can go with the team because the team is done. So you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, but it was like going to South Beach was like a team event. And he fired, so he's no longer a part of the team.
He gonna get his private hotel or something. So.
Yeah. They have to kind of meet somewhere in Miami, but he don't get to go with the team. We're also sending Philly to South Beach, and Brett Brown, he can't go with the team either.
They don't want him with the team. We said it. We said somebody was going home.
Oh no, we did. We've been saying this. So, and Brett Brown is the person. Elton Brand came out and said he wanted to keep Simmons and Embiid together, but surround them better. So that means Horford traded. It's gonna be, that's what I feel. So yeah. So we sent them home. Sent home Indiana. Sent home the Sixers. Orlando is South Beach in it.
Calling it? They're going home? Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.
And Brooklyn, before they make their way upstate, they can go ahead and go to
South Beach.
Yeah, come on, man. Did you wait? Toronto put up 151 points, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard the stat.
But 100 points were scored by the bench players. I heard that stat.
That'll never happen again.
Never.
I don't think that ever. Only way that'll happen again is like preseason.
Yeah.
I think that'd be like, if it was to happen, it'd be a preseason stat, not a playoff stat. I don't think that'll ever happen again in the playoff. 100 bench points.
Brooklyn's gonna be a problem though next year.
Are they gonna be? They're gonna be bold prediction. Brooklyn's an Eastern Conference Finals team next year.
Possibly. I'm not disagreeing with that.
I'm not even gonna say possibly. I'm saying it.
Because they got to be Boston. They got to be Toronto. Those are the two teams. Milwaukee still may give them trouble because Antetokounmpo can stick Kevin Durant.
No. He can guard Kevin Durant.
No, but he's 7 foot though. You gotta understand. Listen, he's 7 foot.
The more I've had a chance to watch KD's game, and the more I know this man is about to come back with a vengeance, KD is winning MVP next year.
I get that. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that Giannis can make it challenging for KD. You don't have a shot advantage on Giannis.
For a 7-footer?
You're not stronger than Giannis. You know what I'm saying? You're damn sure not more athletic than the man. So you're going to have to really get in your offensive bag, and you're going to have a tough night. I'm not disrespecting KD's game. He can ball with the best of them. But you got Giannis who can play good defense. Defensive player of the year, by the way.
Yeah, I don't see the Nets having to play the Bucks. That's what
all right, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals, they have to probably see the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Because the Bucks are going to be more than likely 1, then I feel like the Nets are going to be 2. So they ain't have to worry about the Bucks at the Eastern Conference Finals. So my prediction is still reign true.
Okay, I get it.
Into the Eastern Conference Finals. You see what I mean? So
I get what you're saying. So we will see. But shout out to the people that came to the bubble, did the best they can. Some people fell short. I still would have loved to see Phoenix fight to get in the bubble, but hopefully next year they will be in the playoffs, man. But that's pretty much it. That's all I got for today, man. What you want to leave the fans with? Laker reasons?
Hey, man, just I want to end the show kind of how we started. It's just one of those things, man. Society has to become better. And as a black man that has a son and expecting a son in this world in the next few months, it just sucks that I got to sit here and have what to do with the police in situations, because our kids like the police. Our kids, when they see them, they still want a sticker from them. They want to talk to them. Like, my kids don't see the police in that negative light because the police has never given them a reason to.
Mm-hmm.
But me and my wife have open conversations about what's going on. So maybe, and they haven't said nothing to us, maybe they are starting to be like, wait, police ain't as nice as they seem. So, like, to all the fathers out there, fathers, uncles, granddads, man, just continue to educate us. And, it sucks that even when we are trying to do the right thing by not being resistant, by complying, by doing all the right things, we're still being killed. And then people try to say, well, if y'all just listen, then it wouldn't happen. So it's like, but when we do, we still get killed. So then it's like we shouldn't listen because they're going to do it anyway. It's just such we shouldn't be in fear of the people that are supposed to protect us. That's my bottom line. Why in the hell do we have to continue to fear the police? And that's just kind of where we are.
Yeah, man. Couldn't say it any better, man. It's just
breaking news. The Bucks have decided to boycott Game 5. Breaking news.
So they're not playing tonight.
They're not playing. But I said it should be Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Because breaking news.
So does that mean everybody boycotts tonight? We'll find out. But it's time for something to happen. It's time for change. And it's time for the talking to end. It's time for action to begin. All right. So hopefully, we got some big things coming up as far as like voting. Let's try to do what we can on our end to do our part. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I'm at least let you know, do your research, do your information, figure out who really got us in their best interest, like legitimately. And even then they probably don't, but who seem like the most person, the most likely person to support us in some degree or whatever the case may be. But we're about to get up out of here, man. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Comment below how y'all feel about this whole ordeal. What's your thoughts on this whole police brutality and the shooting of another black man? We're about to get up out of here. Always remember to talk that talk. Peace.